Hey, welcome back, everybody. Another short update here using the Soapbox Sunday format for that. But one thing I wanted to remind everyone is that my shop is closed to customers. I am not taking in new repair work, restoration work, and the like. I posted last week in a Soapbox Sunday, I'm changing my day job, and it should give me a lot of time back in my life. I think a lot of people saw that as, oh gosh, Mark's shop's open again. It's not. I don't even know what this new job's going to entail. I may be traveling more. I just don't know. And so until I can get that kind of underway, I'm not going to be taking any additional new work. I've still got a queue that's quite long, and I closed up shop over a year ago. So trying to work my way through those, get those out of the way, and get to some of these projects I've been promising you guys. 6SN7 preamp, I've been slowly chugging away on that. And I got a few others in the works I'm wanting to do as well. So the next year or two might just be focused on some of my projects, and maybe when I retire a couple years down the road, I'll get back to taking in customer work. So anyway, just a reminder of that. I get a lot of requests, so I thought I'd throw it out there. Okay, and last week's Soapbox Sunday, I kind of hinted at a new tactic I was going to take with my channel. And that was one around teaching you how to be a better troubleshooter. I talked about I watch a lot of videos on YouTube. I probably watch as many as you guys do. I mean, I probably clock an hour or more a day, either watching or listening to YouTube videos. I do the listening to them while I'm driving. But, what I find is you'll see a lot of repairs being done, but I find often that they're lacking in how did you go about troubleshooting that problem to begin with. Somebody will show, hey, I found this capacitor to be bad. Let me show you how to swap it out. But the question is, how did you go about figuring out that capacitor was bad? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that none of the other guys on the channels teach you how to troubleshoot. They do. It's blended in. I'm just saying there's not a strong focus on it. Like I think I'm going to take a tactic with my channel. I really want to kind of drive home good troubleshooting techniques and skills. And so kind of where I'm headed with this, I'm thinking it's a 2 different series, and I don't know whether I'll do one and then the other or kind of pepper them in along the way. And I think I'm going to do these as series of little mini videos. And I say mini videos, some of them may be 1 or 3 minutes long. I can't do anything in 1 minute. Who am I lying to? One of them may be 3 or 5 minutes long. One of them may be 20 minutes long, but just based on the topic. And I'm going to do one of these series on how to troubleshoot tube-based gear, whether that's an amplifier, a tuner, a preamp, whatever, maybe a piece of ham radio gear or something. So tube-based troubleshooting, and then I'm going to go down a solid-state troubleshooting path. So maybe 2 different series there. And just to give you an example of what I was thinking, I was thinking the other day, so somebody goes somewhere and they buy a piece of tube gear and they bring it home and they put it on their bench. Well, what's the first thing they need to do when they get that on their bench? So I thought, well, I'll make a little video on what's the first thing they need to do. Second thing might be, hey, then I need to bring this thing up on a Variac. So I thought I'd make a little video. Maybe I would entitle it Tube Gear Troubleshooting - How to Use a Variac, something of that nature. And I would just make a little 3-minute video or whatever on how to use a Variac to bring up a piece of vintage gear, and continue on down that line, and the same with the solid state path. So I got a lot of good positive comments about this troubleshooting angle when I mentioned it last week. So this is the path I think I'm going down. Give me your thoughts on it. I'd love to hear them, but I'm actually going to start on the first 1 or 2 today and see what I can maybe get cranked out here over the next little bit. But that's kind of the angle I think I'm going to go with it. And maybe I'll take a different little piece of the puzzle each time, and hopefully over time watching these videos, you'll build up some skills. And hey, what the heck, you guys may even give me comments and I'll learn something along the way too. That's part of why I do this. So anyway, hold tight, stay tuned, more to come on this topic. All right, I don't know how many of you are planning on attending the Shelby, North Carolina Hamfest this year. just a little about it. It's one of the largest Hamfest here in the Southeast. Kind of Orlando and Dayton are kind of the big ones on the east side of the country here. And it always happens over Labor Day weekend each year. And last year I ran into several audio guys that had either met me on my channel or Audio Karma or just guys I knew. But I was thinking about maybe Friday night organizing a dinner or something where we would all go out to eat and just get to kind of sit around and talk audio stuff. So if that's of any interest to you, you can go to my website, blueglow.net, and you can find my email address on there. Reach out to me and just say, hey, put me down. I'd be interested in knowing more about that as it develops. And maybe I'll get us a little group of audio guys together here to kind of go to dinner that Friday night of the Shelby Hamfest. All right, I told you this would be a short one today. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up because I want to spend time making the first video or two in this series I just finished talking to you about. But just for a second, I just want to say thank you to everybody. You guys have been, and gals have been, a bunch of loyal followers. I know my videos, sometimes I make a lot, sometimes I make very few, and my life's always changing. It's just kind of par for the course at this point in time. So thanks for hanging through all this with me, and hopefully this new job I'm going to take, I know the drive is I'm going to get back 3 or 4 hours a day in my life, and hopefully I can dedicate some of that to this channel. That is my hope anyway. And at any rate, we're going to get off here and get back on the bench. I got some stuff in my head I want to get into the video, and then hopefully I'll get one posted later today. Thanks for watching, everybody.